Hi guys, my name is Diego from the Hit Music Studio, and in this video I would like to review the singer's mask from the Broadway Relief Project and give you an idea if we think that this is a good option for singers that are looking for a mask to be able to perform in. So let's start with the build. I definitely feel like the build quality is good. It feels sturdy. It feels like it's designed to be used and performed in and used multiple times. Now it has two pretty much parts. It has one frame. I think this is not probably metal, but it's some kind of like sturdy plastic that goes around the whole front. That's part of what pushes the material forward. And then it has another, and this one does feel pretty sturdy. It's some kind of like metal frame to keep the top part from being able to go on top of your mouth and so on top of your nose. So I'll put it in a second so you can see it, but I do feel like the straps feel good. It feels well connected to the material, and the material in itself feels also like sturdy. Because of course they're thinking that you're going to be rehearsing in this and performing in it. So they have it in white, they have it in black, and they also have a child size, which we'll talk in a second. But if I can go ahead and put it on, one thing that I like is that the top part almost can go first on your nose, and then you can take the bottom and put it around. Now if I put it there sideways, of course the material, if I push it all the way to my mouth, you can see how I have a good probably 2 to 3 inches of the frame that is in front pushing all of the material outside of my face. And I think that's a big deal because of course you can probably hear there how I'm wearing it, but I don't sound the way that I sound with a normal mask that is against my mouth. The biggest thing is that when you breathe in, I think as a singer, when you're trying to breathe in and get enough air, when you have a mask on, you almost feel like you're drowning a little bit, like there's something keeping air from coming in. So this, it really feels like I can take a much more deep breath and not really feel like that's getting in the way because of the material that it's with me. Now, I really like the fact that this material is very sturdy. It says there, I guess, in the indications of how to use it, that you can really tweak with it. So depending, of course, the size of your face and your nose. But it really comes down, it seals very well here, and at the same time it really goes down almost to, of course, the bottom of, or the starting point of your face, all the way to your neck. So I think the way that it feels, how much it almost secures your face and gets everything that all of the, I guess, particles that you may be producing to stay with you, I think that's a really good job into how they design it. It also feels a little bit warm. I guess when you're talking and you're when you're singing, it's gonna feel a little bit like a mini sauna. But at the same time, I think that is, of course, a much better feeling than having all the material stuck on you and really pushing against your lips and your mouth when you are singing or talking. So I think it's a great option. It says there on the indications of how to use it that you should hand wash it, that you should probably not throw it in a washer, because it says that the frame can truly be not probably destroyed, but at the same time bent into a place that it will be really hard to get it back to where it should be. So it definitely says to hand wash it and to be careful with it. And I do feel like the seams and everything of how it's constructed feels nice. It's about $30, about $23.50, but you have shipping on it. So the shipping, I think, rounds it up to about probably a little bit under $30 for each one. We also got a child's one, so we can test that out. And I can tell you, it feels good for, let's say, kids that are a little bit north of 8, 9 years old, maybe 10 to 12, 10 to 13. Once you get to middle teen to upper teen, probably they can go ahead and get a full-size one. Of course, that depends on the child, but I think this one, the build feels exactly the same. It's a little bit smaller. If I compare them, I almost feel like it's about, not necessarily half the size, but definitely a little bit smaller. So I think it's a great option, especially I think the whole thing of not having it press against your mouth makes a big difference into how it feels for you. And I really like the fact that also they really took care of, let's seal everything properly so you're not exposing anyone else to yourself. One thing I think is important probably to say, even if you're singing indoors, probably try to stay even socially distant, even if you're using one of these, just to make sure that everyone's safe. So we hope that gave you enough information. If you are trying to purchase the singer's mask from the Broadway Relief Project, if you are a little bit interested into what we do here at The Hit, check thehitmusicstudio.com for more information. We'll see you guys on the next one.